Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Mark, of the Whoosh Wrangling Woos podcast. This is the first one after testing out YouTube Live. It took a while to finally figure out how to get it to where it was not echoing. So right now I am live also on Instagram, so if you're watching from there, welcome everybody. Instagram is seeing the behind the scenes of the whole screen and works. So, can I pull the charger from my phone? Thank you.
Of course.
So it's almost dead. I got Haley Vinville. Hey Haley, on Instagram Live. We are doing a podcast right now. If you want to watch from our YouTube, go ahead and do that. So, hold that. Alright. Haley's gonna put some of the behind the scenes of everything, seeing the whole works of it all. So if you ever watch it on YouTube, you can see what it is. So my assistant slash co-podcast person is my girlfriend Catherine. She's gonna be asking all the questions you guys ask. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
So if you want, can you go ahead and go to our first question for the night is from Becky on... Oh, you're right. Well, that's okay. She's still watching?
I don't know.
Oh,
I'll do the question first and then get back to it, I guess.
Alright, so our first question is from Becky over on Facebook. Go ahead and read that question for the people.
So just got a few questions, but the first one is, what's your opinion of how social media sways and manipulates politics, regardless of party?
So how does it sway and manipulate politics? Social media. So I feel like social media is a great way to reach out to people, like what I'm doing right now, but it definitely does sway and manipulate because so many people go off of what they read online the same way they used to, or their parents or grandparents would buy newspaper. So I feel like the only difference between social media and a newspaper is social media it's easier to get it out there. It's for newspapers harder, you have to pay for articles, all this different stuff. And not everybody took the time to read it. Social media, everybody's on it. You have people who would only read papers, and their kids, when they were little, they wouldn't read the papers. They would just look at the comics. Nowadays, you got little kids on social media, older kids, everyone, and they're influenced by it because, it's on the internet. It must be true, right? You can find that quote on the internet by Abraham Lincoln. So I definitely feel like how it sways it is, like I said, it's easier for it to get out there. It's easier to do it, and people use that to their advantage, regardless of the party. You can see both of them doing it, because both of them do it. They use it to sway people into direction and manipulate people to thinking they're wrong if they're on the other side. So, yeah, hopefully, Becky, that answers your first question. What's the second question?
Alright, second question. Why is it okay to slander political rivals without just consequences?
So why are you able to do that? Well, people will always go to, no matter what it is, you hear it all the time, is the most common one is freedom of speech. Now, you always hear people throw out, oh, it's freedom of speech. But yes, you do have freedom of speech, no. But that doesn't mean there won't be consequences. See, the thing is, once you punish one person for it, then you gotta punish everybody for it. And both parties are full of, what's the word? Double standards. Both sides are full of double standards. So if some person, got, punished, then it was, oh, why isn't that person doing it? And then that person's gonna look bad if they don't punish their own people or whatever. So they'd really just be setting themselves up for, putting themselves into where they have to punish each other. So they slander other people knowing they're not going to try to punish them. Otherwise, they'll have to punish themselves too for it. Otherwise, they will be called double standards. And, it'll just be a big, huge mess. So everyone's like, well, we can all agree on we don't need punished. Let's just, slander each other and, because everyone does it, we should be able to do it too. They talk as if, they're at a higher standard, but they act as if, they're not. So they want to be treated like they're in the high standard when they don't even treat themselves and other people it.
So we got 2 new viewers now. Perla Pena and
and that one guy who's so
and
how many
another
people
friend.
are watching right now?
2.
Just those 2. Well, welcome guys. I'm doing a live, if you couldn't tell, on Instagram and like I said on YouTube. So like I said,
any questions, put them in the comments.
and if you're watching on YouTube, you guys go ahead and throw those on there as well.
Yes.
So
he says that's boring. Well, do you have any questions that would make it a little more exciting then?
What first podcast isn't boring? It's like what first episode of a TV show isn't boring? I mean, people say the first season of The Office isn't very good. So it's like, hey, look how great The Office turned out. So I sure will take that as a great compliment. So thank you for that. So right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump off Instagram Live. And I'm going to try to bring on a special guest. We talked last night. He really wants to be on sometime. We're going to go ahead and call Matt. We're going to go to...
Perla Pena is asking what's going on.
What's going on? Well, right now we're doing a live on YouTube and Instagram. I'm going to try to do a podcast on YouTube live every now and then. Probably every Friday and Sunday night. At least, maybe, depending on how things go. My shifts are working and change. Might be getting a new one, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. But Sunday nights, I think Sunday at 11 will be a pretty good set one. Right now, it's looking like it should be good. We are 13 minutes into our YouTube live stream. Still no questions from them. Any other questions from Instagram?
Not looking like any.
Still the 2 people watching?
Just one, Perla Pena.
Just one? Alright, well, Perla Pena, I will have my assistant send you the link to my YouTube channel. And then you can jump on there and watch it on live. Because we're going to be getting off Instagram live, so that way you can keep watching. So my assistant's going to send you that message for our YouTube channel. And you can watch us from there, and I can see your questions pop up on here. So, yeah, you want to...
Alright.
In that right there. So she's sending out Instagram Live, and then we're going to try to get our special guest, Matt, on. We were talking last night, and he really wants to get on.
Okay.
So, yeah, he really wants to get on sometime. We have a bunch of great stories. Matt joined UPS when I did back in the day. I'm no longer out there, but he still is. So my sister is going to try to call him, see how he's doing, see if we can get a hold of him, and if not, we might do a surprise call to someone else, see if they're able to do it or not.
So let me put that link up.
Alright, so she's going to send the link to my cousin. I think that's my cousin.
Perla Pena?
Who's that, the other one?
I don't know.
Point is, so we'll send it to that one. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are watching this live, or you're looking back and watching this years from now, or days or months from now, I do appreciate you doing so.
Alright, so let me get Matt on, and then I can work on...
Did you send her the message, the thing?
Not yet.
Here, I will work on that.
You're good.
Oops, there we are. Whoops, screen got boring. Screen got bored too, and kind of turned off on the set. So yeah, some questions. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna look at it. You getting them?
It's, let's see. Can I do this? There we go. Copy link. All right.
Yeah.
And I can get that sent.
So I got a message from YOLO, which is a Snapchat app, and the question is, what is the strangest compliment I've ever gotten? Well, that is actually a story I told earlier tonight with some friends, and that is, I was working at the zoo one time, and these customers who intoxicated came down, and we were talking for a while, and after talking for a bit, she wanted to give me a tip, which was from her change from a boat ticket she bought. And she walks up to me and says, I want to give you this change. And I'm like, no ma'am, I can't take that. I'm on duty right now. So she says, oh, okay. So a little bit later, she comes up to me, because this is at the boat dock, and she grabs my shirt and puts some money down my shirt, and she says, I hope you become a cop one day. Now, I like to think that was a compliment, and at the same time, how days are going now, maybe this is the complete opposite. So we're going to go ahead and
that's through contacts, right?
Messenger. See if we can get a hold of my buddy Matt. So Matt does not know we're going to be trying calling him. We're going to try it. Hopefully he hasn't been having too much fun recently. We'll see. So we'll go and see if we can get a hold of Matt. It's ringing. I'm excited to see what he says. I don't know how well you guys will be able to hear him. A little bit closer to the mic. How well can you hear the ringing?
Let me check.
I do not know if he's going to pick up. He may have been having too much fun today, and he may have been having too much fun today, guys. That is okay though, because I'm going to see if there is anyone else on. Now we could ask, see if they want to jump on and be our first. Let's see. So I'll see if I can bring someone on here for you guys. Get a little more interesting going on. So you're looking, not looking like there's really anyone. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna try to call my buddy Devin, see if he's.
And no, you cannot hear the ringing.
No?
No.
That's fine. Man, no one's picking up. I guess people must be asleep or something. Alright, well, doesn't really look like anyone is online right now that we can get with, which is okay. Yeah, for first podcast, I think it's going pretty good. I'm going to check some of my messages, see if I have any good questions from the people and everything. Doesn't look like a whole lot of people have questions this time of night. That is okay.
Let's see.
Hmm?
I don't have any either.
No? Alright, well. Oh, here's someone. Shoot her a message, see if she wants to, because she's gonna go ahead and get her Becky, see if she wants to join. She's the one that sent us the questions earlier, so we're gonna see if she wants to jump on. She actually is one of the first people who's supported this podcast, sent us, shared the page and everything. Yeah, so which one's this one? Ooh, hey. Maybe she will join. With 22 minutes into the podcast, and we are looking pretty good, guys. Is that you viewing it? Or is it someone else? Because I think someone else is viewing it right now. Hello,
Maybe.
YouTube viewer. Go ahead and comment a question if you want. Throw me some questions.
Does it show you?
Yeah, it says right there. It says I have one viewer. So, viewer, welcome. Right now, we're doing our podcast and looking to see what all questions we get. Might take a while to pop up. Might take a while to pop up. Oh, no, it says 0. Good go. I'm just... oh, now it's you.
Alright.
Alright, what do you think? Think we should do like a 30 minutes? I think 30-minute podcast every Sunday at 11 works for me. So I'm not seeing anyone who we could try to get on. I see some future special guests that we're gonna hopefully get on in the future sometime, but none looking like that we can get right now. And if that's the case, we're probably gonna go ahead and cut it short tonight, but then after tonight do it till 1:30.
11:30.
That's what I meant, 11:30. We'll see what Thomas says. See if Thomas wants to join or not. If not, he will have to arrange second. We'll probably call it early. We shall see. So, messaging Thomas right now. See if he wants to jump on and everything. We shall see. Oof. And then probably throughout the week I'll probably do some Facebook Lives on here as well. See how that all goes. And everything. Do some podcasts on there, because I was told those are always fun when I used to do those. Okay. Seems Thomas may be interested, but then again, maybe not. Who's to say? I'll just send him the link to the channel, and we'll see what he says. We'll see if he joins or wants to be on it. Anything good? I'm a little tired. So yeah, we may just go on for 9 more minutes and then call it. Unless Thomas wants to jump on. That'd be going maybe down the road, yeah. Just waiting to see what old Thomas says. Thomas will be the deciding factor. If Thomas decides that we call him up and talk to him, then we will. If not, we will call him that early. Which I would not mind that either. Either way, the fate of it is on Thomas's hands. We shall see. What he says. If he's not responded yet, so oh, never mind, he is.
Typing. We shall see.
He's probably gonna do a long typing just to say no. I think I choose it.
Maybe. Oh, there we go. Alright.
Okay, looks like he wants us to give him just a minute. He's probably going to go ahead and get in a more secluded area. We'll go ahead and call him up. We'll talk. And Thomas will be the first guest of the show. And we should see how that goes. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear him pretty good. Have him call us. So just call whenever you're ready, and he'll call. We're gonna have our first special guest, not the original first special guest, but you know what? I think he was asleep. So you snooze, you lose. Which is why we're gonna get a different one instead. We'll see what he says. That's a good question. He actually might be on computer.
Is he? I don't know how to do it if he's on laptop.
So if he's on his laptop, I could try videoing him, see if that works. So if he's on his computer, that would be a reason we cannot talk right now. No fun.
Oh.
Okay, well, if he's on the phone.
Just go ahead and call him now.
So I'm gonna call him. And you got yours ready? See how well we can hear him? At all?
Yep. Got it ready.
See?
Yep.
Then see if he picks up. Can you hear that pretty good? Yo, Thomas, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, dude, nothing much. Just finishing up the summer, I guess.
Cool. How well can you hear him? Can you hear him pretty good?
Hey, you can hear him.
Alright, sweet. So, the audience can hear you. I just double check and make sure they can hear you. So, this is the Woosh Wrangling Woosh podcast with, obviously, me, your host. I'm going to try to do podcasts at least once a week, Sunday at 11 o'clock. Bless you.
Thank you.
That was my assistant in the background. Assistant slash girlfriend slash co-podcaster in the background. So, Thomas, how's your summer been, man?
Kind of crazy with everything going on, but, finished up school and finished up the application for seminary and all sorts of things, so.
Cool. So, we haven't seen you in a while. It's been, like, what, about a year, maybe?
Yeah, it's been too long, yeah.
Too long. So for those who don't know, me and Thomas, we go way back. I used to know Thomas back when he was a simple Jesus wannabe, and I crucified him for it, because that's just how it had to go. But, he rose up after that one, though, too. So, that was good. So, Thomas, do you have any questions for us, or the audience? Do you have for us to answer about anything at all? We had some pretty good questions earlier from someone else. You got any good questions you want to ask us? Closed out the podcast?
Well, I saw that you were starting a podcast, but, what are you gonna, be doing,
Well, this first one that we did was just basically answer a few questions we had been asked leading up to it. Majority of them just be me telling stories unless people request a certain topic, or I even told some people on, the fan page, hey, if you guys want me to even read a book, tell me a book you want me to read, because I'm pretty good at, telling stories, as you know. So I'm just going to tell a bunch of different stories. I'll read books if they want me to, talk about topics. Some questions earlier, political, so those are always fun to talk about. And yeah, so just like every week, it's going to be something different and random, just like me, nothing too set in stone, because then people would think it was not me in charge of it, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah. So, we're going to be closing out. Hopefully we can have you back on here sometime, because this has been fun.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure.
I'll go ahead and let you go, man. Let's get back to finishing summer. I'm going to end the podcast. You get to say you got to be the first special guest of the podcast, so congrats on that. And
nice, okay.
I will talk to you later. Shoot me a message whenever. If you think of random questions, send them to me, and they will probably pop up on the podcast when I talk about it.
Okay.
You have a good night, man.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Yeah. He didn't know how to answer this one. Alright, so, yeah, that'll do it for this Woosh Wrangling Woosh podcast. You all have a good night.
Good night.